Okay, this is going to be my review of the Lyman Universal Case Trimmer. I'm going to do a couple of these reviews on some of the stuff that I bought that I use for reloading. I know when I was looking to buy this stuff, it made my decision a lot easier looking at other reviews and looking at the pros and cons of particular equipment. So I'll show you the features of this one and hopefully to make your decision a lot easier on if you want to buy this or not. A lot of things I like about this case trimmer. One, when you're putting your cases in it, they don't have to be deprimed. With this one here, it does not use the center hole as a way to center the case in the chuck, and it's universal, like I said, so it fits a lot of different calibers. So there's 357 SIG, and just to show you real quick, this is 45 ACP, and the primer happens to be out of that one. Obviously see that goes right in there, no problem. So this case trimmer will do from 22 up to 45. It comes with all 9 pilots here. You got 22, 24, 27, 28, 30, 9mm, 35, 44, and 45. When I was looking on buying stuff, I noticed that a lot of them did not come with the pilot, so you'd have to buy a pack or buy them individually, so something like that can add up. This came with it. Also with this one, it comes with the regular hand crank, and as an option you can get this other arbor that you can hook a cordless drill to. If you're going to do a lot of resizing, it makes sense to me just to be able to hook up a cordless drill and knock them all out real quick. Comes with, each of them got their own cutting head and the adjustment set up, so I mean you got extra head here and you got extra stuff here if something like on here strips out or breaks or this gets dull or whatnot. So when I bought this was included in the kit. Cost a little bit more. You can buy this separately if you want to keep the price down and do it with the hand arbor. That's an option as well. What I also like on this one is the way the Lyman does the adjustments. You have your coarse adjustment here, and then you have a fine adjustment here. From the reviews that I've seen, the hardest part is getting this set up. And when you're talking thousandths of an inch, without the fine adjustment, it's pretty time consuming to get that dialed in. You wouldn't be in far enough, so you would adjust it, and then you'd be in too far, and then you have to adjust it again, and then you'd be out too far. So it makes sense to me having this fine adjustment. Once you get it really close with your coarse adjustment, you lock it down, and then you just rotate this other one, a little bit, and then you just kind of inch your way in, and it's a pretty piece of cake. It took like all of 30 seconds probably to get dialed into 860 is what I do my 357 SIG at. So we'll hook the drill up to this, and I'll do a couple cases so you can see how it works. Okay, so I have the drill all set up on the case trimmer here, and I'm going to do 5 of these real quick just so you can see how fast it does go. And question, why do case trimming? For me, when I'm doing this particular cartridge, 357 SIG, my last step is the factory crimp. If all your cases are of different lengths, then you're going to have a different crimp on each of your cartridges. If they're all the same length, you'll have the same crimp, and that will give you more consistency and better accuracy. So that's the reason why I do it, and it only takes a couple minutes anyway, and it really does pay off. So you're going to notice that I'm not using the pilot on these cartridges, and the reason being is this is like after I deprime them and size them, this is my next step. When you run it through that first die, it sizes the neck of the case, and on a lot of them it's really snug. And the problem I was having once I run this in is hard to get it back out. It would actually come out of the arbor there and get stuck in here. So I don't think that the pilot is really important on such a short cartridge. I think it's more important if you're doing a rifle cartridge where it's really long and it's going to wobble on this end. then I could see using it. And maybe you want to, do the trimming at a different step. To me, once you size it and then you trim it, I think it's a lot better than after like expanding, because when you expand it out, it's going to shorten the case length when you're measuring it. So that's the reason why I trim it right after at this step here, because I know all my cases are going to be this length when I'm done doing my factory crimp die. If you flare it out and then trim it, it's going to be shorter than what you want when to do the crimp at the last step. So let me do 5 of these real quick, and yeah, actually that one's already done. We'll do 5 real quick so you can see how quick it does go. And you'll notice that some of them don't get trimmed because they're a little bit shorter than 860. So what I would do is I would put them aside and get a couple of ones to replace it that were a little longer, so I know that they're all at the same size. And it's not really taking much off. So like that one didn't take any off, so I'd put that one to the side. See, that one was quite a bit longer than 860, so they're all right down to where they need to be. You can see it's nice and shiny on top where it's all cut, and you're gonna have to deburr it and stuff afterwards, which I use the Lyman deburring tool. It's like 22 bucks, but it comes with a bunch of adapters that you can screw in that are inside the handle here for the primer pockets. So this was nice and big, and it doesn't make your fingers all tired like the other little primer pocket cleaner. So you would just run that in there a little bit, clean it out, do the outside. There you go. That case is trimmed. I know it's 860. It's deburred. So you can see that was 6 cartridges because the other one didn't get trimmed, but didn't take very long at all. So I hope this makes your decision a little easier whether you want to purchase this product or not. If you're going to do a lot of trimming, it's the best one that I've seen, and actually Lyman does put out a pretty good product. I have used a lot of RCBS stuff, and I just wasn't happy with a lot of the products. I mean, I know they work fine, but it seems like Lyman's got a couple extra features on stuff that make it a lot easier that I like. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that makes your decision a lot easier, and happy reloading.